Did you guys see the latest Bitcoin price today? Let me just double check. It's $897 Canadian for one Bitcoin. Talk about inflation. And there's a saying, I think Charlie Munger said it the best. If the crowd is going right, you go left. So what's happening right now in Bitcoin, I think, is a lot of speculation for pricing, same thing like stock market, and a lot of hoarding going on in China right now. I think personally, it's not a good time to buy Bitcoin if you're looking for investment. I view Bitcoin more or less kind of like gold as a security. And if you look at that curve of Bitcoin for the last 2 years, it's been more stable than gold. But what a lot of people are getting trapped into, and this is the whole crowd mentality, the crowd effect. If you follow the 25 cognitive biases, is monkey see, monkey do. Other people are investing, currency, investing in Bitcoin. So others believe it's a good investment, when in reality, they don't understand the concept of it. And I'm not here to tell you I'm an expert, far from it. However, I do believe in human psychology. I look at past history. So if we look at the past history of Bitcoin, the ebbs and flows, the macro and macro cycles, you can see there's been two big bubbles already. So it's been super highs in the past with crashes. And if we can look even at stock markets, it happens the same thing. You got highs and lows. Real estate, you got real estate bubbles, boom, they burst, everything falls apart. And Bitcoin's a little bit different because they have, based on the algorithms, you're gonna have that halving coming in, I don't know, let's say December, or maybe a little bit earlier than December, where the mining is gonna go down to 12 Bitcoins. So that's gonna change the whole paradigm and the relationship to the marketplace with everybody around the world. Right now, most of the hoarding, most of the buying is happening in China for political reasons. I would say a lot of the Chinese, mainland Chinese that is, they're buying up Bitcoins to get their monies out of China. So that's one of the major driving forces around that. Second of all, the second major driving force would be the crowd effect. So when looking at Bitcoin right now, I would recommend, guys, you just sit back and relax and ride the roller coaster. And if you're looking to buy, wait till the whole halving thing is over. And if you really want to get into it right now and be part of history, because I think Bitcoin has done amazing things, like honest to God, with the cryptography, what Satoshi came up with, or them, who knows who it or what it is, Satoshi. It has done wonders in the world. And right now we're at what, a $9 billion market cap, and it will rise. The blocks are getting bigger, and more people are entering the network. However, I really do believe that people aren't really using the currency right now. They're just hoarding it. That's why you see it at around almost $900 Canadian. I wouldn't be surprised in the next 2 weeks you'll see 1,000 American hit for Bitcoin, which has happened in the past. So if you're trying to get into the game, the whole cryptocurrency, I would personally hold off right now on Bitcoin. And I would, if you really want to get into it, spend a couple of $100. Don't be buying thousands of dollars in Bitcoin. But I would actually be paying attention to Ethereum, Vitalik Buterin's platform, which has a market cap of roughly $1 billion right now. And it's pretty high right now. I think it's exchanging for $17 or maybe 21 right now. It's at its highest it's ever been. And it's going to keep on rising. And I think how their block or their blockchain system is created and how Ethereum is created, I think it supersedes Bitcoin. I think it has way more potential than Bitcoin, because it's not just for currency, it's for smart contracts, it's for transferring data from point A to point B. So vis-a-vis, I can transfer land ownership, I can transfer you information, I can transfer you deeds, I can transfer you any legitimate, important information that's valuable in the real world to the digital world, which has trillions of dollars of potential right there. So the whole thing with Bitcoin right now, don't get sucked up into the hype. If we look at history, if we look at what's been there and what's going to happen, it's already been written in the past. And I would highly recommend, if you want to understand the ebbs and flows of stock markets, and I'm not a stock market professional, I don't invest in stock markets per se. My specialty is startups. I love that stuff. However, I would say study Ray Dalio from Bridgewater, if not the most successful investor of all time. much more successful than Charlie Munger and Warren Buffett. He has a Bridgewater report that you can download on Google. So just type in Bridgewater PDF on Google and download it. His all-weather portfolio is fantastic. Something that I'm considering actually starting. So even though I'm not the most savvy when it comes to stock markets, just based on simple human psychology and studying history and studying the ebbs and flows, one can determine the course of the future to the best of their abilities and pivot as fast as possible. And that's why Ray has come up with the all-weather portfolio. So going back to Bitcoin, it's exciting, it's fascinating what's going on right now. I know Japan is recognizing it, and more people are seeing it in mainstream. I see small coffee shops accepting it here and there. However, I think the general zealots, the general evangelists of Bitcoin right now, they're not really using it per se as a currency, but using it as a safeguard such as gold, which maybe that's what Bitcoin will become. But if we're looking at actually creating a currency from it, it can't be $800 Canadian. It has to drop down to like $100, $200. So there you have it. Don't get, sucked up in the hype of Bitcoin right now. Wait a little bit, wait till like December, then buy some, or put a little bit of money right now. Pay a little bit closer attention to Ethereum and what they're doing. And don't just be following the crowds. Don't just be following what people are doing. Do your own due diligence. Study the past, study successful investors from the past, study Ray Dalio, study Charlie Munger, study the best, study the masters, and then observe and see what's going on, as opposed to just reacting on your emotions and just because you heard it from this guy or that guy that you're gonna do it. Make your own critical choices based on extreme due diligence. Peace. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, leave a comment below this video. I wanna know, A, what's your take on blockchain and Bitcoin? And B, where do you see the future of blockchain and Bitcoin going? Peace.